Devin here with All Systems Grow. This is something that we think is viable for developing countries and people who just haven't been able to grow food for themselves. They should be able to use a system like this. It's so simple, so easy, and it can be done so cheap. This bottle you're looking at here is just a 2-liter pop bottle. We're growing basil in it. It's got some nutrient liquid in it. What we think we would do with it would be to plant the bottle outside in the ground so that this top is sticking out, giving it stability, and then we could top it up with nutrient as would be needed. The plant can grow right in that nutrient enriched liquid, and there's nothing that I think that you can't grow this way. We're growing peppers here. We got some cabbage started over here. We got bok choy in the background there. We're doing some experiments with corn here. We've got lettuce growing, leaf lettuce over there. We got some Swiss chard over here. Got some kale in the background there. We're growing some tomato plants here, and lots of basil. Up top here were all our original pepper plants that we planted and we abused by not getting the formula quite right. We burnt them quite a bit, but they're doing very well even though they were burnt so bad. In fact, if you take a close look, you'll see they're starting to produce peppers. There's another pepper right there. There's another little pepper right up there. Flowers. Also, the tomatoes. We're growing tomatoes along the wall with only the light coming from this area, and they're all coming up as well. They're growing really well in this system. And then we also have our other stuff on the other side here is where we're producing our basil. And it's going gangbusters. We had a few setbacks with it, but we're got everything under control now. It actually is working out really well. Very low lighting, and it's still growing really well. But we believe that this can be done anywhere that anybody needs food. Like I said, very little water is required compared to normal soil growth. It produces very well. If you take a really close look, you can see all the roots spread around in the nutrient in there. And it's a nice healthy plant. We got the solution right, and that's the key to it all, is to get the solution correct for the right plant. And once you do that, the plants just grow phenomenally under very little light. That's a 54-watt light bulb growing all of these plants here, and that's all it is. But this should be growing outside. It's actually just too cold here to be doing that right now. One of the things that we're dealing with here for the outside, we've got a greenhouse out there. We get a very strong winds, and plants would have to be staked in order to hold them up in the winds. But if people are looking for a solution for growing food, it's just so simple. It really is. It's just a matter of getting the right nutrients to the plants that you want to grow. And once you've got it in place, it's no work. You just sit back and you just let the plant grow. It grows, and the roots grow down in the nutrient solution, and it just grows, and it's amazing. And I hope that people will start to experiment with this. If you're looking at feeding a community in some developing country, gather up as many 2-liter pop bottles as you can and get some seed and find a source of nutrient that's liquid soluble. Match it to the plant. You can go onto the internet and match it to the plant and figure that out. It takes a while to figure it out if you don't have all the gauges, but you can grow your own food. You really can. Even in desert climates you could be growing food. Like, it's unbelievable. I just wanted to bring you up to date with some of our stuff, and that's the conclusions we're coming up with, and that's what we would like to see happen with this system, is that it's used to benefit people. Okay, thanks very much for listening.